This is Sign19 coming with you with another deck profile. Today, this has been a very long upcoming deck. I've been talking about it from the return of my channel way a couple months ago. Just kind of got it done. This is the Musketeer Martina deck. You guys may know this deck from Ultra Rare Rika's deck. Usually she has another different grade 3, but since that grade 3 is the VR and not considered to be a high tier type of deck, but Martina is good in her own version of the deck, which is a budget deck. Martina goes for like less than $5, but the deck is strong and can hit consistent numbers if played well. I will show you all the parts of the deck and how they all work together and things like that. Do consider that this is indeed a Musketeer deck, but not all cards in the deck are Musketeer to allow the deck to work to its best and full ability. So we're going to start with the grade 3. As you see right here, we have Peony Musketeer Martina. Simple skill. Act once returned, you can soul blast one and retire one of your rear guards. Look at 5 cards from the top of your deck and call up to 1 card from them to rear guard and shuffle your deck. And she has a constant rear guard skill. During your turn, if this card was placed from your deck, this unit gains 5k and a critical. So a good Vanguard and a very good rear guard to get some extra damage in and things like that. What I paired her up with in terms of another grade 3 is one of our newest cards, Maiden of Iceberg. Very simple skill, Vanguard rear guard. When placed, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. Call 2 plant tokens to your rear guards and she gains 5k for each one of your plant tokens. Very simple. The plant tokens are called to have 5k power and boost. So, you all know the new Neo Nectar stuff all evolves around the tokens and things like that. But with Musketeers, they don't care about your tokens. They just need spots to retire. Well, not all of them don't care, but most of them don't care about you having tokens, but some of them need spots to retire. So this is a good way to generate some extra cards without using cards from your hand. Next is the grade 2. We're playing 4 copies of Peony Musketeer Torn. Oh, and mind you, both grade 3s were playing 4 copies of each of those as well. But Torn has a very simple skill as well. Vanguard rear guard, when placed, or counterblast one, retire your rear guard. Check the top 3 cards of your deck. Call up to 2 Musketeers, or call up to 1 card from among them and put the rest at the bottom of your deck. This is another good way to get bodies on the field without using your hand. And again, that's a Musketeer name. They constantly play around calling out their own allies. Next, we play 4 copies of the congratulations version, Lily of the Valley Musketeer Kaivant. Kaivant skill says, when placed, doesn't matter from deck or from hand, he gets 5k for each one of your grade 0 rear guards. So in other words, your plant tokens, since they are grade 0s. So a good way to get some decent numbers on board. He's a great beater and things like that, and he's very versatile because he can get his ability from anywhere. The last grade 2 we play is Rindo Grayton Musketeer Ontario. So Ontario has the exact reverse skill of Kaivant. Instead of Kaivant getting all the power, Ontario gets all of the power to the Vanguard. So versions of Vanguard, when placed, again from deck or from hand, give your Vanguard plus 5k for each one of your plant tokens. So again, he does care about plant tokens, but he gets all that power to your Vanguard, making your middle column very strong. That's it for the grade 2s. We're going to go into the grade 1 supporting cards. We play 3 copies of Dandelion Musketeer Marka. So Marka skill is another very simple skill. Vanguard or rear guard, when placed, soul blast 1 and call a plant token in her column, and then you call the plant token behind her or in front of her. Whatever column she's in, you have to call it in that column. Then her rear guard skill is whenever another unit is placed in her column, she gains 3k. So another good way to get some numbers, but another good way to also create some tokens. Next, we play 3 copies of another Musketeer unit. Ant Bricium Musketeer Gaston. Simple skill is when he's placed from the deck, and only from the deck he gains 10k power. So another good way to make some numbers. 18k beater or 18k booster. Next, we play 4 copies of Maiden of Sweetberry. Because as you can see, if you pay attention to all the other cards, there's a lot of soul blasting happening. So her skill is on Vanguard or Vigor. When placed, create a plant token. And if your Vanguard is grade 3, soul charge 1. And then during your turn, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, she gains 5k. So she will always be a 13k booster or attacker on your turn. Then, because this is a budget deck, we are playing 3 copies, of the Perfect Guard. Grade 1 Perfect Guard. Draw 1 and discard 1. So this is another good way to get some cards in your hands. After that, this is another good ride target. So, but as the deck evolves and you make the deck stronger, you will be taking these out for the draw PGs. And when we get into the grade 0s, you'll see that we left a slot for them. So, as the starter, since we are playing a Musketeer, we do have Broccoli Musketeer Kyra. Simple skill. You all should know what this does. Then we're playing 4 crit, which are the Musketeer crit. Another 4 crit. 4 heal. I'm pretty sure they have a Musketeer heal. I'm not really sure. And then for the spot, we play 4 draw. Now, this will be turning into your draw PG when you get them. And things like that. This makes it very consistent. So, since you know this deck can make numbers and things like that, but a lot of the other units are very low base numbers, you will be going for Force 1 in this deck and things like that. You could go for Force 2 once you update the deck and make it a lot stronger and things like that. But that's for our future. This is just a deck to get your feet wet in the playstyle of Musketeer or Neo Nectar, period, if you're interested in picking up the game. So we're going to zoom out here. In a minute, I'm going to do a little test hand and things like that so you can see how the deck works. So it's getting a minute to shuffle up here. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, and I think we're ready to go. So our opening hand consists of a grade 0, another grade 0, the grade 2, the grade 1, and another grade 2. So of course we're going to shuffle back our grade 0s back in the deck. Sorry, a little wobbly. It should go away in a minute. Okay, now another grade 2. And we have Icebergers at grade 3. Okay, so then we give the deck a little shuffle again. Cut the deck. And then let's see what we can do with this hand. So we draw for turn. We're going to ride Sweetberry. Sweetberry skill. When placed, create a plant token. And that's usually going to be our opening turn if you ride Sweetberry. This way you have, when you go into the grade 2, you have something to kill off for it. So now our opponent attacks. We take the 1 damage. We draw for our turn. We ride. Then skill. Counterblast 1. Retire the plant token. We check the top 3 cards of the deck. And then we call 1 from among them. We can call 2 Musketeers or 1 normal unit. But for best, we do want to go with Sweetberry. And Sweetberry always wants to go behind the Vanguard. The other 2 get put to the bottom of the deck. Then Sweetberry skill kicks in. We create another plant token. So for minusing 1, we just gain 2 units. So now we attack. Draw trigger check. Another Sweetberry. That's good to see. Pass turn. Attack. Take the damage. Oh, unfortunately, that's our grade 3 we're looking for. We would guard. Go into our grade 3 turn. Stand. Draw. So this is the reason why we use Iceberg as a backup. We ride into Iceberg. We gain a Force 1. Iceberg skill. Counterblast 1. Soul Blast 1. Make 2 new plant tokens. 1, 2. And then she gains 5k for each plant token on your board. So she'll gain 15k. Then from our hand, we can either go into Kaivant to gain another 15k on board, or we can go into Tour to retire one and possibly get a better unit on the board. But since this is your opening game, we just want to push. We're going to go for Kaivant skill. He gains 15 himself. So, and on top of that, because it is our turn, we have a grade 3 Vanguard. Our Sweet Berry gains 5. So power levels are going to be looking like this. 5k here. 15k. Each dot counts as 5. And then another 15. So that's what our power board is looking like. So then we'll swing with the Vanguard. Twin Drive. First check. Heal trigger. So Kaivant already has enough power, so we want to give the extra 10k to this column here, which is only a 10. Now it becomes a 20. And we do heal 1. And then you'll just consistently go on there. Once you ride to your Martina, sorry. Once you ride to your Martina, then you'll be able to do a lot more calling, a lot more different plays and combo plays to boost up your ranks and things like that. But this deck is very straightforward in what it does, but you need to be wary of what you're doing and how you're doing and what skills you activate in which order to get the best result, to get the most power. Every choice can lead into a different path that you need to be wary of and need to be paying attention about. But you can have a lot of fun in this deck, and you can surprise a lot of people with the consistent strategies that this deck offers. And again, once you go a bit higher and get more comfortable in this playstyle, you can evolve it to the more higher level version of this deck with the other grade 3 Musketeer, Cecilia. And once you're able to do that, there's no limits to where this deck can go with your imagination. So if you guys liked what you saw here, zoom in. If you guys liked what you saw here, please leave a like down below, comment down below. Let me know, did you guys try this deck out? How did it work for you? If you guys find any other options you can put in the deck, please let me know down in the comments. Let other people know in the comments if they're interested in playing the deck. I will be doing some fight videos with this, so let me know what you guys would like to see this go up against. If you have any ideas, things like that. Who knows? This might go up against. I recently asked the poll, what's the next thing somebody wants to see. So people said Pelennor, so this might go up against Pelennor to see how this goes up against a budget Go Paladin deck. We can see how this goes up against Gurgit. Who knows? Let me know in the future. As I've been rambling, this has been Sonic 19. As always, see you later.